at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State Deputy Governor tasks Army recruits from Lagos on good conduct, professional etiquette. Presidency seeks governor's support on school feeding program. In on the foreign scene, police fires tear gas at protesters in Kenya. And in sport, International Olympic Committee invites 39 Russians, 17 Belarus athletes to compete as neutrals at 2024 Paris Games. Now the news in details. I am Timmy Dayo. Anthony. Lagos State Deputy Governor Obafemi Amsat has admonished state candidates for the 87th regular recruit intake of the Nigerian Army to be good and courageous representative of the state. Amsat gave the charge during his visitation to the candidates at the military cantonment Ikeja, urging them to always remember their homes and upbringing and be rest assured that the state will support them. He said he's happy and proud that the candidates were enlisted among the several that applied, noting that their selection already testified that they have succeeded. Amsat assured the candidates of better experience as officers of the Nigerian Army when compared to those that preceded them. Also, Secretary to Lagos State Government, Bimbola Salu Hundeyi, reiterated the commitment of state government to the privatization of the welfare of Lagos State candidates, noting that this is the first time the Lagos State candidates have had it so good. Salu Hundeyi said the provision of accommodation, feeding, transport fares, and sensitization on the need to register for the 87 regular recruitment testified to the state government for their love and support for the candidates. Members of staff of Lagos Traffic Radio have been urged to continue to imbibe attitudinal change by developing a positive mindset towards work. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Nisrael Consulting, Okpe Amusha, who made the call at the station staff forum, commended the members of staff for their professionalism. In his presentation, Amusha described the perception as gateway to attitudinal change, while also calling for self-assessment, evaluation in the bid to reprogram oneself to embrace new ideas and skills needed for growth.
Whatever you are doing and it's not positive, then you have to look at it. And you see, positive, negative, they sound so similar. But the one you pick is what will actually determine how your life will be. If what you see is positive, your life will be positive. If you see correctly, you will behave correctly. Some people will not behave correctly and are not behaving correctly because they are not seeing correctly. If someone is saying that I'm just being cheated here, that person will not give it back.
Amusha, who cautioned against low self-esteem, fear, anger, resentment, and inability to handle change, particularly also warned women not to saddle themselves with so much responsibilities for the safety of their health. He emphasized the need to foster a harmonious relationship at work, transform one's thinking, as well as attitudinal monitoring impacts and effects on relationships. To clear the air on an online publication regarding the redeployment of former chairman of the agency, CSP, Shola Jejaloye, Lagos State Task Force said he has been redeployed to the Rapid Response Squad to further discharge his duties with utmost diligence, dedication, and steadfastness, just as he did while serving at the helms of Lagos State Task Force. The task force, in a statement, said the recent redeployment only showcased that CSP Shola Jejaloye has more to offer Lagosians in terms of safety and security of lives and property. The agency disregarded the malicious intent of news platform and urged them to report and deliver their stories accurately and avoid painting pictures which could be misleading to members of the public. And now to of the stories. The presidency has called on governors of the 36 states to show greater support towards the implementation of its school feeding program. Senior Special Assistant to the President of School Feeding Program, Yetunde Adeniji, made the call at the start of a 2-day training workshop for the demonstration of the UDA NEPAD Continental School Feeding Guidelines for Nigerian state officials. Theme: encouraging states driven implementation and best practices for school feeding towards local agricultural value chain, community engagement and economic development. Adeniji explains that participants at the parley will deliberate, synergize and explore the best way forward on the implementation of school feeding programs in the country. According to her, the focal person are not only the backbone of the initiative in each state, but the liaison between the state government, schools and communities in ensuring effective program implementation, fostering collaboration and addressing challenges that may arise. Adeniji urged state governments to key into the program as part of ongoing efforts to reposition educational sector in the country. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has inaugurated a ministerial task force committee to checkmate illegal chartered operations in the country. Keyamo made the revelation at the Ministry of Aviation in Abuja after some private aircraft operating in Nigeria are allegedly being used for money laundering, drug trafficking and other illegal activities. Though the minister did not mention the names of the airlines, he asserted that these illegal activities have made the sector lose billions of dollars and raised serious security concerns. The minister stated that some of those involved in the illegal activities are those who acquired licenses for non-commercial flight operations but went against the stipulated agreement of the licenses. Addressing the committee members, Keyamo mandated that they take inventory of all non-commercial flight operators, investigate all professional licenses and checkmate their authenticity, as well as recommend disciplinary measures against airlines found culpable. The federal government has reformed the groundbreaking for the construction of 250 units of housing estates in Bende, Abia State. Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, who spoke during the ceremony, tasked the contractor on quality work according to specifications. He also tagged developers on the delivery date so that he can begin the process of getting Abia indigents to purchase and move in. The minister explained that the project, otherwise known as Renewed Hope Estate, is part of President Bola Tinubu's efforts to provide affordable houses for Nigerians. According to him, under the phase 1 of the program, the federal government intends to deliver a total of 50,000 housing units across Nigeria. And now to foreign news. Kenyan police have fired tear gas to disperse protesters in the capital, Nairobi, who have turned up to express their anger against the government and mourn people killed in earlier protests. Security forces, including the military, have been heavily deployed and roads are blocked around key buildings in the city. This comes 2 days after more than 20 people reportedly lost their lives in protest against tax hikes, which saw part of the parliament set alight. The next day, President Wilma Ruto bowed to pressure and said he would withdraw the finance billing containing the unpopular tax proposals. Meanwhile, state agents have been accused of abducting hundreds of people linked to the protest. The state-funded Kenyan National Commission said it has helped secure the release of more than 300 illegally detained people. And now to sport. The International Olympic Committee have invited 22 Russian and 17 Belarusian athletes to compete at the Paris Olympics as neutral, even though some have already decided against taking part. The second list of names authorized to compete in July 26 till August 11 showpiece included competitors from tennis, shooting and rowing. 18 athletes have already confirmed their presence 3 cyclists, 3 trampoline specialists, 2 weightlifters and 10 wrestlers. 2 Belarusian rowers and 2 Belarusian fencers are yet to make their response known. Meanwhile, Russia Tennis Federation President Shamil Tapshiv earlier this month said that Rublev 2021 silver medalist Karen Chavanovic, as well as women's 15th ranked Lumidia Samsonova, would not play at the Olympics. But just before we go, always slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Traffic Radio 961 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. and subscribe and watch our news and program live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Now, did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration donated security equipment worth billions of naira to the police? You can get more details on Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat has admonished state candidates for the 87th regular recruit intake of the Nigerian Army to be good and courageous representatives of the state. The presidency has called on the governors of the 36 states to show greater support towards the implementation of its school feeding program. We also told you that Kenyan police have fired tear gas to disperse protesters in the capital, Nairobi, who have turned up to express their anger against the government among people killed in earlier protests. And in sports, International Olympic Committee has invited 22 Russian and 17 Belarusian athletes to compete at the Paris Olympics as neutral, even though some have already decided against taking part. Now, for contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab and Debashi. I am Dayo. Anthony, many thanks for listening and do have a wonderful night.